are you?
I'm good. What about you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Nice to see you again.
The same here. Thank you.
Good. So how have you been since I last saw you?
I spend all my time sleeping. Like I, I slept the whole days. Like I stayed up all the night and sleep during the
All
day.
day.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's what makes you happy, then why not?
Yeah, it makes me happy because I need to sleep.
Exactly, yeah. See, I'm terrible. I cannot stay up at night at all. So I always go to bed pretty early, like maybe 10, just 10:30 if I'm feeling crazy, you know.
Wow. No, I used to sleep like 2 or 3 a.m.
I can't do that, honestly. I get up at 6:30 most days, so for
Wow.
work. So yeah, if I go to bed at 2 and then get up at 3, I will be exhausted.
So what makes you like work at 6 a.m.? You can work like for during the day or maybe afternoon.
I like to have a day, you know, like today I started at 7 and I'll
Mhm.
finish at 3, and then I've got kind of a whole day to do something instead of staying inside all day and not having time to do anything or go anywhere. I mean, I say that, but it's raining today, so I will be just staying inside.
So do you like to take naps?
No, nope, not a napper either at all. Never nap.
Maybe if you take a nap, you will don't sleep like 10 or 9
I don't mind
o'clock.
going to bed early, you know? Like, I think I don't, because, like, if I want to stay up late, I can.
Yeah.
But yeah, generally, I just wouldn't want to be so tired when I first get up because I come onto Cambly. So, whatever time, I don't want to be sat here like yawning, you know, like trying to talk to people and being like, so. It's really, have you ever tried to hide a yawn, like to not yawn? It's really difficult. You know what yawning is?
Sorry,
You know what yawning is?
yawning?
Yawning, yeah.
What does that mean, yawning?
And when you're tired and you
Yeah.
kind of breathe in air, you're like, oh, yeah. That's what
Yeah,
yawning is. And now I've
yeah.
done that, I bet you want to do it.
I wish I have like uni because even when I stay up like until 3 a.m., I force myself to sleep.
Yeah.
Maybe if I want to have like uh,
If you're
yawning,
yeah, if
yawning. I
yawning is a sign that you are tired. So, when you get really tired, you start to yawn. So, yeah, maybe if you were yawning at 2 a.m., you would think, time to go to bed now.
maybe if I reach like 5 or 6 a.m., I will start yawning.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe then. But yeah, see, I start yawning. And now we're talking about it. I need to do it. Like,
Actually, I think I will try today because here in my country, like the time is 10:30 p.m.
oh, okay. Wow. Well, it's 20 past 2 in the afternoon here.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's very. How was your first? How was your first month on in Mexico?
it was good. So we, like I told you when we first got here, it took a while to adjust to the jet lag. So the difference in the time zone, was
Mhm.
12 hours. So it took us, they say it takes as many days um,
Yeah.
to get over your jet lag as many hours different. So there was 12 hours of jet lag. So it took us 12 days to...
What is the meaning of jet lags?
Jet lag. It's that feeling of where your body is adjusting to a new time zone. So
jet lag,
yeah, it's kind of like extreme tiredness after a long flight across several time zones. So your body, because there was a 12-hour difference between Mexico and Thailand. So we were, our schedule was basically flipped upside down. So we were trying to adjust to, you know, when we were getting up in the morning, say it's 7 a.m., that's 7 p.m. in Thailand. It was like, my goodness.
How many days it took you to get to use this life?
About 2 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah. Recover. So it takes as many days to recover from the jet lag. As many hours different. So that makes sense. So because there was 12 hours different, it took us about 12 days to fully recover from the massive difference in time.
Yeah, extremely like a huge difference, a huge movement that you that you did.
Yeah. And it was obviously a really long flight as well. Like in total, it took us 45 hours to get here.
Yeah.
So it was.
So what the reason that you moved from Thailand to Mexico? I believe that you have like a good reasons to live there in Mexico.
Well, so basically, when you enter Thailand, you get a 30-day visa, so a 30-day tourist visa, and every month you have to either extend or renew that visa. So leave the country, come back in, and get another 30 days. But when Corona first happened, the Thailand government very kindly extended everyone's visa for free. And they did that for several months. And then they said at the end of September, all the tourists have to leave. So, or you have to start paying for your visas again. And we thought, it costs a lot of money, you know, it's really expensive to do visa runs. And we've been...
What cost for a month in Thailand?
So if you're doing a visa run, so let's say you have to leave the country and come back in, it's about $160 each month to renew it. And, you know, when you're living in Thailand and making Thailand wage, that's a lot of money.
For per month?
Every month. So we thought, we've been living in Thailand on and off for 2 years. So we kind of felt like it was time that we move somewhere new and try something different. So yeah, we looked at what countries were open on the map. We saw Mexico and said, okay, we'll go there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Your life is very interesting. Like you can pick out any country and let's go to this country.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. That was like, I picked this one and we'll go there next.
So for you, like the visa, it's very easy to get. What about your boyfriend? It's the same?
For the Thailand visas? Or the Mexico visas?
No, I speak in general. Because you're like England citizen?
Yeah,
British citizen.
Yeah, British citizen.
Citizen, so you like you have access to all countries without visa, I think.
Not all of them. You know, some we do have to get. It is generally, unfortunately, it's much easier for me to get visas than Matti, just because you know, for example, when we were applying to go to Australia, I filled out my application, and I think it took me like 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes at a push. And then I sent it off, and it was approved immediately. Whereas my boyfriend, he applied for the visa. It cost more money. It took about 45 minutes to fill out, and it took him a week and a half to get the approval email back, just because he's from Argentina.
See, this is the difference that we talk about.
Yeah, it's crazy, and it's happened several times trying to get different visas. I always get mine really easily, and his is more difficult to, he always gets it, but it's more effort. He has to do more things, normally pay more money. It's really annoying, you know, but there's not a lot we can do, but we just make sure we do it in time.
So he waited like 2 weeks to get the visa. So at that time, you've been there in the airport, or you planning to take a visa when you are in the country that you planning to live there?
Yeah, so we always apply for the visas early because we know that it takes time. So we apply for the visas, and once we have the visas back, then we book the flight. So we don't book the flight until, because recently, remember I told you the 2 of our flights had problems when coming to Mexico. So the first one, they changed our flight path, and there were 2 layovers in Canada, and that's not allowed. So that's why one got cancelled. And the second one was, actually, we didn't realize we had to get transit visas for Canada. So thank goodness that first flight got cancelled because we didn't have visas. So we went to, then we had to apply for the visa. Obviously, mine came through very quickly. And my boyfriend's, it turned out we had to send off his passport. He had to get like his fingerprints scanned and sent with it. And they had the passport, and they didn't send it back to us in time, and we missed our second flights. So we have learned our lesson, and we will never book flights when we don't have the visa ever again.
Yeah, but I think many countries apply visa as long as you reach the airport.
Yeah, it depends on the country. Some, they will not let you into the country if you don't have it, and others, when you enter the country, they stamp it in your passport. So like Thailand, for most people, when you go to the country, you automatically get a 30-day visa. But other places like Australia, you had to have one before you entered.
Can I ask you a question? I ask you a question like, as long as you reach the airport, is it my question right? Correct?
So are you saying like you can get the visa once you get to the airport?
Yeah, once.
Yeah. So once you reach the airport, or once you get to the airport, then you get a visa. But that only works for certain countries. So not every country you will get that in. So I recommend you always look before traveling to see, do I need a visa? How long does it last? And
yeah, it's very important.
How do it's so important. Believe me, you will get turned around at airports if you do not have the visas.
Wow. I can imagine my situation there.